Good morning, everybody. Welcome behind the scenes here at Jamie Ridler Studios. I'm Jamie, and it is Friday. And I have had such a weird week. Some awesome, some challenging. One of the things that's happened is it feels like every light bulb in this house has burned out, and we have no more. So I was worried about the light today, but I find this kind of glowy. I like it. I hope you like it too. Sorry I couldn't be here on Tuesday. I had an opportunity come up, which was so amazing, and it meant I had to move things around. And that's what I'm going to talk about today and what I'm going to share more about in the newsletter. So if you're not a member of Jamie Ridler Studios yet, go on over to openthedoor.ca and join. Of course, anything can happen between now and then. I could end up writing something entirely different. But this is what I have been thinking about. I got an email earlier this week that provided me with an opportunity to say yes to an amazing experience of being in a test audience for an interactive piece of theater. And I had a busy week, so I had to really sit and think, can I make this go? Can I have this happen? And I found a way and I said yes. And I'm so glad I did because the experience was extraordinary. I have promised not to talk about it in any detail or share anything that's going on in the show or even let you know what the show is, which is too bad because I would recommend it. But the gift for me was to be in the space of theater, to remember what it was like to move into a high-ceilinged, set piece-filled space where creativity happens. Now, this is what I mean when I always say your life is your studio. I'm thinking of this concept of a studio, this open space in which something magical happens, in which different people walk in and in a present moment with the unique makeup of the constellation of people and ideas and this moment in time, something unique happens. A moment that will never come again is present. And so we strive to be present for it. So as you walk into your life, know your creative capacity. Yes, there are things that are already on the stage. You could probably list many given circumstances you have in your life, things that you have to work with, some that you may love working with, like your art supplies, and some you may resent working with, like your day job. But if these are the circumstances, how do you get as creative as possible? How do you move towards something that feels good and right and true for you, something that is alive and engaging and real and opens up your heart? One of the things is to trust in your capacity to do so. And the more experience you have creating, whether it is on the page with words or collage or paint or poetry, or dance, or cooking, the more you experience yourself as a creative being, the more you can trust. Like, hey, if I can create this magic with spices, maybe I can create this magic with my day. Another powerful component that you can bring into your studio is a vision. Now that sounds big and maybe intimidating or challenging, and it may feel like, oh, I don't know what I want. And then we spend years maybe searching for our dream or our vision or our purpose or that just right thing. But instead, a simple place to start is to just get really, really clear on what matters to you. In the studio, we call this focus areas. We choose and know and acknowledge the focus areas of our life. Mine include the studio, they include home, they include writing and art, loved ones, experience, life experience. I have 12, and if you do the studio yearbook, you go through a process of choosing 12 as well. And you could have 3, you could have 6. It's not the number that matters. What matters that as you move into your life, as you move into your studio, you know from your nose to your toes, what matters to you, what's important to you, what you want to spend your resources on, whether that's time, energy, or money. What do you want to pour yourself into? So for example, just going back to that day job for a minute, maybe one of your focus areas, something that's important to you is security, is feeling safe and sound, is feeling grounded, rooted. And you know that when you feel grounded, you are ready to expand into all sorts of wonderful things. But that root is important to you. And one of the things that nourishes that root is feeling like you have money, like you have resources. That is awesome. So tend to that focus area in your life and the others. The key isn't what the focus areas are. The key is that they are yours and that you are aware of them. So that when choices come up, you know when something is a yes or something is a no. When I was thinking about whether or not to do this wonderful theater event, I had a moment because I had a lot of other things on my schedule. And I love one of the things that Justin said to me was, oh, you've got to say yes. You live for this stuff. So he knew my focus areas, right? Not the name of them, but he knew that this would be a yes for me, that I love participating in performance, that I love to have these unique experiences, that I want to feel like a part of the creative process, and that I want to have enough freedom in my life to say yes when something like this comes up. And I've been able to build those things in more and more because I am conscious of what's important to me. So those are a couple of things I want to recommend to you. One is to know what is important to you. Take some time to think about it. This isn't necessarily like, I will always say take it to your journal. So take it to your journal and try to figure it out. But don't get frustrated if you don't just sit down and go, oh, it's this. And no. This is a lifetime journey. It is something that you will feel solid with sometimes, and then you will tweak it, and then you will adjust, and then you'll find a better word, or you'll find a new word that feels just right now, and this one might leave you for a while, and this one might come in. We change. Life changes. And we also remain the same. So home is always one of my focus areas. And some form of creativity is always one of my focus areas. Sometimes it's creativity, sometimes it's art, sometimes it's writing, sometimes it's dance. Sometimes when I say creativity, it means all of the above. And sometimes I give one a special focus. What is important to you? Define that first. Know it in your heart. Let the people around you know it too, so they can support and nourish you when you have opportunities to say yes to something that rings true to what is true in your heart. I hope that gives you some inspiration and something to work on this weekend in your studio. Remember, your life is your studio. Grow your creative capacity. You will see that it spills its magic into every area of your life. Here in the studio, we say you are a creature of magic, capable of great wonder. Your life is your studio, and you are an artist. I believe in you. I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye.
Today it's Shibumi that's visiting me here at the studio. Hi, Shibumi. And I think she knows that there is a toy in that drawer. Let's have a little visit with my handsome scout today. Hi, sweetie. He's such good company and has such a big heart. And I just love his face.